Melayu kena support Melayu, bro. Johan,
Why you kena support Melayu?
kenapa you tak acknowledge Irfan?
Bodoh, ayat kau pun bukan Melayu lah, babi.
Kena acknowledge one another.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge. You know,
Acknowledge.
that's how you know someone's Malay. Just acknowledge.
Anyway, it's showbiz, baby. This is the name of the show.
I didn't know that was the name of the show, dude. I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention to your YouTube at all.
It's show. It's showbiz, baby, and we're back again with a new episode here. I'm with a very Melayu gang. I got Johan, I got Irfan, and then after this, he's coming in later. But I got Amir as well, and we are going to be talking about what it's like to grow up Muslim in Malaysia. So for you guys, like, what was your first exposure to religion?
When I was growing up with my grandparents, when I was a kid, we would sort of send food to the local surau nearby. But the thing is, at that age, I didn't really go through surau a lot. So there was this impression where I'm about to meet the imam, this big pressure, personified in a person. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just a kid. I don't know any better. And then my grandma would say, don't forget to beri salam. You go into the surau. I'm like, why? What happens if I don't say it? And then she's like, dosa. And to a kid, dosa, it's like, whoa, dude, you might as well just commit murder, right?
I think that usually explains everyone's childhood here in Malaysia, where
Yeah.
our first exposure to religion is not about understanding the religion, but more like if you don't do this, it's dosa. If you do this, it's dosa. If you do this, and
Oh,
hell,
yeah.
and hell is like this place that is inbuilt into your mind that is like the worst place you can possibly go to, and you will go there if you have too much dosa.
Tell you what, though, there was one thing that I remember just kind of scarring me. Like, it was one of the first times that I lied to my parents. And my dad took me aside and said, if you lie again, it's dosa. And I was like, and he says you go to hell. And I was
Yeah.
like, what happens in hell? And it's obvious that he had no idea, so he just panicked and he said, they cut your tongue off. And he said, yeah, they cut off your tongue once. And I was like, so can't you just learn to live without a tongue?
Nah, but I'll probably be telling my kids like, in hell, you won't be able to
Yeah.
go down on girls because they cut out your tongue.
Hello.
I mean,
Hi.
lips are a good replacement.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, here's Amir. Amir just came in.
Hey,
Hey, what's
right.
up, guys? Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, the Fortnite virgin is here.
Shut the fuck up, dipshit.
So to all the viewers that just came in at this time,
Or two. My mom was like a massive hippie, dude. So I got all the love. Yeah, she was like a massive hippie.
Yeah,
And peace shit really early on.
yeah,
Going to school. Like school, I can remember this really clearly. I can remember going into school, and that was when hell was brought up. That was when it was like, oh, if you touch dogs, you're going to hell. If you talk, if you like, it was school for me. Like before that point, it was like no, you love people, you give, if you don't have, if you see someone without food on their plate, you give someone your food. It was always that.
yeah.
But school for me was the moment where it was like, oh shit, like this is some hard line, like die hard Bruce Willis shit.
What is the worst thing that your ustad or ustazah has ever told you or done to you?
I mean, I don't know if I can say that this is part of like what the Ustad did, but I guess you could say it was the entire class as well. And this was back in kindergarten when I was in a Chinese school, and it was an agama class. So my family split between like Chinese and Islam, so we get the best of both worlds. So my great grandmother from my Chinese side gave me a necklace, which from like which a Chinese necklace lah, which has like Chinese writings on it, symbol of good luck, good fortune, and all that, and my name written on it. She gave it to me, and I wore it proudly lah. around my neck, whatever, into agama. So I walk in the agama class, and my friend's like, "Hey, we're I'm just roughly putting things together, lah." He's just like, "Hey, what are you wearing?" And he's like, "Oh, my grandma gave me this." He looks at it and he tells me, "Wait, rantai Cina, rantai Cina. You can't bring this into agama." And I'm like, "Whoa, what?" And everyone like starts looking at me, and
Right.
they all start gasping, and it's like I'm hearing
Oh
some people
shit.
go like "keluar" and all that,
Oh
bodoh.
wow. Fuck.
And the dude who was like looking at my necklace yanked it off of me, and he threw it outside in the drain. And I just went by, just go went looking for it lah, crying and shit, whatever. And I guess you could say the worst thing the ustad that did there was absolutely nothing.
Right.
He
Yeah.
just stood there. He didn't say anything. And then once everyone settled down already, he sambung teaching. And I was like, Kima apa ni orang? Fuck, man. Mother Tikyang. I don't know what the fuck he is, man.
I actually went through something like that as well. Like so the stupid thing. Well, it's actually really stupid though. Like
Mhm.
I just got a bunch of Star Wars temporary tattoos that I got.
Mhm.
So of course I had to paste it all
Damn.
over my face.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no shit.
So I was
That's
like,
what you do.
yeah, so that's what you do when you get Star Wars
For real,
fucking
Yeah, you
dude.
got
tattoos.
tatted up, looking like little Pete when you were
Yeah.
6.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, you know.
walked into the class, like the gamma class, right? Like I was in
Uh,
school the whole day, and everybody, and I was in like normal class. Everybody's like, "Oh fuck, I love your tattoos, man." And I was like, "Yeah, fucking Star Wars, right?" Then I go to, and I'm really like fucking proud. Like I have my tattoos all over my face, right?
Yeah.
And I go into Pendidikan Islam class, and then all the kids are like, "Oh, tattoo haram, 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 haram," and then the ustazah is like, "Haikal, you gotta wash it off. You gotta wash all of it off." And I was like, I was scared. I was like, I actually
Yeah,
cried
good.
that day because I was just like, the fuck?
Man.
Why is everybody
go to
ganging out on
fucking
me?
hell, bro.
Yeah, why is everybody ganging out on me for something as small as that? Like I didn't really get
Yeah.
it. I didn't really understand.
It's not even a real tattoo,
Yeah, it's not
dude.
even a real tattoo.
Fucking
These
hell.
were like some, these were like Star Wars tattoos. So he was looking at like R2D2 and
Yeah, it
thinking,
was really hard
haram.
to do. It's like,
Haikal, next time, right? You take Kylo Ren's lightsaber, you tattoo on your forehead.
oh, wait. I've been looking at 21 Savage. Oh, well, Johan, what about you? What was your worst experience with Ustazah or Ustad?
Probably the only example that I could think of is that when I was in primary, uh, my ustad would make like really lewd comments to like how girls wear things. I'm pretty sure it was a comment about like how a girl's dress too tight, chest is bulging out, and this is primary school, so like boys and girls were going through puberty, we're starting to go through puberty, our body's changing, so you can't really imagine that the first interaction with an adult as your body is changing is your ustad, leader of religion in the school, making comments about your breasts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and especially when you're a guy in school and you're a boy, you're still trying to figure out how to talk to girls, and that becomes normalized. That kind of misogyny with those kind of comments, and they don't even realize it because to them it's under the tone of, oh, it's the gore, so it's fine.
I cannot say that it's all schools because when I moved here, my ustads and ustazahs here were super nice to me, man. They knew that I drank, they knew that I smoked and all that. Well, I used to smoke and all that lah. And like I often, because people often like when he brings up drinking, everyone look at me, they laugh, whatever. And then he would often be like, "Hey, don't laugh lah. Come on, everyone's going through their own thing, whatever." And sometimes I ask him also, like if I want to quit right now, is it all good? And he asked me like, "Are you ready to quit?" And I was like, I don't really think so. And he told me, then there's no point. If you're gonna bertaubat and do it again, don't do it lah.
The religious exposure for me growing up has always been like, there was no understanding of the religion.
Mm.
It's more on like, do it, memorize it, do it, memorize it.
Yeah,
Here
yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
You know?
Same case lah.
I always kind of found it strange how like when we'd ask to explain and they just go, but that's just the way it is. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I asked.
Yeah.
It's like
for real, for real.
they just
Dad, what's happening?
like you know like how in Mass Effect there's like choices where you look around like for them it's like one option is like that's how it that's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it
how it
is.
is.
It really be that way, you know.
Can you imagine
That's-
that? I feel like in a few years' time, I'll just be an ustad. Like when you ask them, like, "Hey, I just want to know, like, why is the Quran arranged the way it is?" And he just goes, "It do be like that sometimes, though.
it do be like
It
that.
do be like that.
It do be like that, though."
That's why I always found like Pendidikan Islam test to be so easy because it was like okay
Just
so
memorizing.
so what do you guys get for Pendidikan Islam for SPM? Hit me with it.
Bro,
Let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. Let's go.
nice try,
Irfan, you
Haikal. Nice
first.
try, man.
Irfan, you first.
Oh,
Go.
I'm good, man. I'll go last. I'm good. Just memorizing.
So Amir,
I gotta eat you, bro.
Of course.
Pokemon.
and Johan.
All right, you know what? Since you're the host, why don't you go first, you little bitch?
No, I got a B, bro.
Wow.
That's not bad, dude.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's true lah. You absorb information, you munta on the paper, you
Yeah.
can pass the test already.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I was like studying that shit to get an A.
Hey, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, little Haikal, man. Little Haikal was a bit of a nerd, huh?
Because I got B3. I got B3. It was so close to an A2. So
Dude,
close.
I was failing IRL already, so I might as well just fail the paper, right?
Do you guys do like practice prayers or prayers in general like Jumu'ah prayers with your class?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No?
I don't remember. I think there was one time where like we were on whether we could pray or not. So like we'd have to say everything out loud, like all the dua and all that shit out loud,
Yeah.
and getting to like the last ruku and just thinking like, and just blanking. And I was like, okay, I kind of remember the sounds. You know?
This is like Daredevil but Muslim, you know?
I completely just blank, but I remember there was some stuff about God, there was some stuff about the Prophet, and then after that, just blank. So I just went,
You know, in my school, I have
It's
that.
still my favorite
They have this huge fucking anxiety because every week we would do like this Jumu'ah and all the whole class, and there'll be a rotation. So every guy will have to be imam.
Mm-hmm.
Every dude will have to be imam. So when it got to me,
Right.
I was like fucking panic, dude. I just this one time we did the prayer Zohor. So we all like I was leading the prayer and all that. And we got to the end. I was like, yeah, okay, done, finish. Let's move on. And then Ustad is like, wait, hold up, Haikal fucked up. We gotta do this all over again. And then he picked
Goddamn.
he picked another student to be the imam. So you be imam. And I was like, okay, well,
It really be that way, dude.
I got
dude.
I got subbed off in agama class.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't know that substitutions existed in agama class until that day. This is like the equivalent to playing football and you miss an open goal and your coach is like, yeah, take him off.
Yeah.
I'm being
Hey,
in
you're
the
gonna tiaw lah.
so then you're like in front of everybody you're like walking to the bench like, yep, guess I fucked up.
Damn, I'm
my
gonna
favorite bit is still like I remember doing this when I was young, like in prayer. Like we had this, like I think it was for the Prophet's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. But it was like this massive where everyone came to the school, and like we were all praying and everything, and just all the kids were at the back, and I would just. We didn't even have to say it to each other, but we knew what was going on. Like we had it in our heads that we had to scream "Amin" at the end of the Fatiha.
You just know, right? You just know.
It's
We
like
just
it's like
know.
it's like the drop,
the
you know?
most
It's like the
unsaid
drop.
And the best bit was just like it started out like pretty loud, and then it just became fucking ridiculous. Because by the third rak'ah, we were holding on to the mean for as long as we could. They were on they were already on the floor by this point, and I was still like,
But I think the last thing I wanna talk about is like what do you think we can improve to make sure that future generations are able to see religion as something of a good thing, rather than like for us, we weren't exposed to like the best of religion from the start, and throughout school we got to see like how toxic it was. At the
Yeah,
same time, it kind of like eroded a bit of our faith here and there after a while.
yeah,
Like if anyone who grows up to be bombarded with religion usually ends up losing it a bit as they grow up. Like if you look
yeah.
at in Malaysia, it's like Islam is the official language. Sorry, official religion, and schools acknowledge the religion as well. Like there are some cases where the canteen closes down during Ramadan to accommodate to
Which
the
is
Muslim.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
So
kind of yeah.
so it really teaches like a lot of Muslim kids like the sense of entitlement. So
I
what do you guys
completely agree.
think? What do you guys think we should do to make sure that future generations don't end up like how we ended up?
I think the main thing that isn't taught in schools is that like, hey, like that we were given our religion. We didn't seek it out and we didn't like take it for ourselves. We are born and we are Muslim. That's it. Full
Yeah.
stop. No changing. It's your responsibility to find out about your religion.
Yeah.
And whether you and I still think it's a massive problem that we're not allowed to convert out of it, because now you have a bunch of people probably feel insecure in their own faith and then decide, because I'm insecure, I'm going to push it on other people. You know what I mean? So
Right,
like they feel insecure about their faith, so therefore I'm going to over accommodate, overcompensate for it, and just be a dick to everyone who's not Muslim. I think it should be taught in schools that like it's about you. It's not about how how many times you pray and everything and all that. It's about you and your own heart. It's about how like you interact with the faith. Just in general, don't be a dick.
I think that's more like a societal effect when it comes to preaching religion, whether it comes from teachers or family, because I think it's very common for most people our age to have received the response of, "Oh, why can't we do this? Why can't we do it like that?" And it's
Mm.
don't ask questions, do it, right?
Mhm.
So it's always imprinted on us at a very early stage. So when it's brought over to academia, um, especially seeing as our syllabus now, it's all numbers, percentages, A1, A2. Um, People miss out that religion is honestly a lesson about spirituality
Mm.
instead we're focusing on syllabus itself.
Mhm.
Um, to quote poetic, I guess Islam is honestly, if you look at it from an outside perspective, it's a lesson on how to love everything around you on a spiritual level. But we never get to experience that in any of our classes when you're doing Pendidikan Islam. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, the concept of meditation has been adapted in science, in from ancient science to modern science, as something that's very healing, and it's been related that prayer it has the same effect as meditation, but you never get to experience that side of it. It's, oh, you have to say this verse in this way for this long correctly. If you don't do
Mm.
it, you're wrong. You can go to hell. That's the kind of message that we're giving the kids. So that's why when we grow up with these kind of teachings, we kind of imprint it on the younger generation. So to
Yeah.
me, if you want to change something and you want to make it effect, we have to change how we teach Islam in school.
Anyway, that's been a great session today with all these Malay Muslims, also Bumi Muslim in the chat as well.
Melayu Ratata.
Remember, everyone, religion is not a competition.
Don't
Eat
be a
shit.
okay. On three, guys. 1, 2, 3. Don't be a
That.
dick.
Don't be a
Don't
dick,
be.
asshole.
Don't.
Don't be an
Wait.
asshole.
That's it. Okay,
What are
wait,
we going for
okay, wait.
here?
One.
No,
Okay, wait. Okay,
First
one,
one,
two,
okay.
three. Don't
Don't be
be
a
a
dick.
dick.
Don't be a dick.
That's show. That's
That's
showbiz, baby.
showbiz, baby.
That's been our time for today. So good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. This is time that you'll get that greeting. And I've been Haikal.
Blah, blah, blah.
Huh? Huh?
Haikal.
Thanks for stopping by, everyone. And remember, when you're beating your meat or flicking that bean, God is watching.